Yo YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So the Cayo Perico DLC dropped back in December last year, and I personally feel this is one of the best money making methods within the game. Now the heist consists of three parts. There's the scoping, the preps, and the main heist finale. Today in this video we're going to be doing a full walkthrough on scoping where we're going to infiltrate the island, we're going to scope out the primary and secondary targets and fly out of that island without no one noticing us. Guys, let's do this. Okay guys, before we get too excited, let's first stay away from all the griefers. So we're going to go into an invite only session. Now, as the name suggests, an invite only session is a session where you invite the participants. So in story mode, let's go to the map menu, let's click on online, let's go to play GTA online, and let's go to invite only session. Wow guys, that's got to be the quickest loading time in GTA Online's history in the 50 years that it's existed. So we're going to go together Intel to commence the mission. Now you need to register as either a CEO or an MC president to start it. The first top tip for this video is you can actually balance your oppressor on the nose of the sub. To do this, you need to park your oppressor towards the center of the sub and need to stay away from the two edges and make sure that your oppressor is facing upright, as shown by all three arrows. If you do this, you will be able to go into your sub, start the next prep, come out of your sub, jump back onto your oppressor and go to your next prep mission. Guys, this saves me a ton of time. Now guys, I prefer using the oppressor while grinding in the game, but while you're busy with the heist prep missions, you can either use the Sparrow, which can be bought separately once you have the base submarine for 1.8 million on Warstock, and that Sparrow can be weaponized with either a homing missile launcher or a minigun. You could also fast travel between points if you try to cross the map. When you do this heist for the first time, it's $10,000 for each fast travel, but after your first attempt it's a mere $2,000, which is nothing when you consider the kind of return that you're getting for each heist. Okay guys, so as we approach the location, you're going to notice that the Vellum plane that we have to steal is on the left hand side. There's a white car on the right hand side and there's a bodyguard in the middle. Now there's four guys that we need to take out here. There's two guys at the white car, there's one guy in the middle which you can see, and there's one guy next to the plane. How I approach this is I first shoot a missile at the car, killing both the guys. Then I shoot a second missile at the middle guy, and with the third guy I land my oppressor and I try to shoot him with a sniper rifle. And I do this because the Vellum plane can take up to 5 missiles before it blows up, but up to 2 missiles it will start smoking in mid-air and you'll be crash landing in Los Santos and essentially failing the mission. Damn boys, that was clean. Okay, so let's try to get into this plane now. We're gonna go from the back, climb into the wing. Come on, you can do it. There we go, into the cockpit. Let's start this thing up and we're gonna take off. Now don't forget to retract the plane wheels as you take off. This is going to make the plane go much faster, and we're going to fly to the yellow dot that's on the map that's just over the docks in Los Santos. There we're taking off, retracting the wheels, and we off. Okay guys, now as we approach the yellow dot, there is a glitch that sometimes happens when you're trying to run the scoping mission, where you will fly over this yellow dot and it won't launch you into the next game screen or into the heist. When that happens, there's really nothing you can do. You can fly all you want over that yellow dot and it'll not take you to the screen here. The best thing to do in that sense is to just crash your plane and try to restart. There was a time where I tried to restart this heist at least 5 times before I eventually just gave up and quit the game. So there is a glitch. I don't know if Rockstar is ever going to fix it, but I got a feeling it's something to do with the servers, where the servers are too busy and it can't actually launch you into the game. Now guys, who wants to shoot this guy? I really just want to go to the airstrip, just find this guy and just shoot this guy. He just annoys me every time I start this heist up. Okay guys, so we're in Cayo Perico. Now we're going to go to this motorcycle here and we're going to use the motorcycle to try to get to the communications tower that our target. You'll see it pop up on the map as soon as there we go. So we're gonna try to get to the yellow point. Now, guys, this forest is made out of concrete trees. You'll think that El Rubio is rich enough to own real trees, but apparently he can only own concrete trees. And this thing can clothesline you right off your bike. So just go slow, be really careful, and just try to get through it without actually being clotheslined. It's much faster to go on bike than actually to go on foot. So I'm not gonna say anything now. Just watch me and my path, and when there is something important to say, I will go ahead and mention it. Ooh, there we go, guys. You see, concrete trees. Ouch! And I lost a bit of health there. What? Come on, El Rubio, put real trees down there. Okay, let's get back onto the bike and let's move it. Okay guys, now we just need to be really careful in this area. Now you'll notice that there's a boom gate and a control tower that's in front of us. Now on the right hand side of that boom gate there is a gate in which we need to cross to get to the second part of this island. And we need to cross this gate to get to the communications tower. Now this area is very heavily guarded. There is a security guard on the tower that we saw earlier. There is a security guard on the road ahead of us that is walking up and down. Now if you look on the map itself, the far left red dot is the security guard that's on the control tower. That purple curved arrow is his motion of sight. So you can see he does a full 180, and when he's on his full 180 and when he's facing where the arrowhead is, his eyesight is directly over the gate. So we need him to be facing in the same direction that he's facing now in order to make our move, but we can't make our move right now because the second guard, which is the second red dot, is currently facing us. Now the pink arrow shows you the current eyesight of that second red dot. We need the second security guard to turn around and to walk the other way. The gate is where the red circle is, and that's where we need to cross. And that red security camera, we don't really need to worry about. It doesn't move that much. Just don't go too close to it, otherwise it is going to catch you. Okay guys, and just a special mention, you may get a vehicle that spawns on one of the roads that's ahead of us. Now if a vehicle does spawn and is going towards the gate, I would stop and just go back to the spot. If the vehicle is approaching the gate while you approaching the gate, you will get closed in. So let's look at our map, and we can see that the security guard that's on the control tower is facing the opposite direction, but the security guard, our second security guard, is now facing the other way. Now this is ideal, but the security guard that's on the tower turned around again. You just need to be really careful for that. So let's just wait for the security guard that's on the control tower to turn back around and go into the position that he was in previously. We can see that the second security guard has now turned around and gone up the road again. This is perfect. So we're just waiting on the security guard. Okay boys, it's clear, let's go. Now if you look at the map quickly, we'll be able to see that all the guards are facing the opposite direction, and actually the pathway is clear to move. Now this is the gate I was talking about. Now we just go across, make a right, and just go across here, make a left. We just need to watch out for the guards that are around us. Come on again guys, these trees are so annoying. Okay, let's get up, let's just go on foot. Come on, the other way, let's go. Okay guys, and I'm gonna wait right here, and I'm gonna bring up the map just to show you why. So if you look on the map, where the red circle is, this is where you're going to want to try to position yourself. So just position yourself next to the red block. The red security guard with the blue small arrow that's pointing towards is who we need to watch out for. Now the purple curved arrow is his like eyesight motion, so we need him to face the other way and to look the other way in order to have that pathway clear for us to cross. Now if you look on the map, he's facing us right now, and we're just going to give him a few just for him to face the other way. Now we can also see that there is a car spawning on the map. Now we need to watch out for this. If if your guy is on the edge of his cone of vision, you won't get picked up. It's generally, oh, there we go, let's go. So now we can see we've got a clear view and we're going right across here and we're moving towards the yellow circle, which is the communication tower. Okay, now this is your communications tower. Now the gate is just in front of us. We just go to the gate. Now there's 3 spots in which the signal box will spawn. Now this is the first spot. If it's there, I mean, ideally that would be great. The second spot is on the wall that's in front of me. If you don't see it on either one of these walls on the base floor, you need to go up this ladder. Sorry guys, there's actually 4 spots. And the third spot is actually on the middle floor. You'll be able to notice it just as you come on it. As soon as I'm there, I will show you guys. Not on this one more floor up. There we go. So it will generally be in this corner here, and if you don't see it in this corner, then it's on the very top floor, which is excellent because I get to show you guys all the locations for the signal box. So just climbing right up. This is one high tower, guys. Okay, there we go, boys. We at the signal box. Now we need to hack the signal box, which is a mathematics game. Now if you look at the game, we have on the left hand side we have numbers, on the right hand side we have symbols. The numbers multiplied by the symbols will give us a result at the bottom. Now if we look at it and if we go through each one with just the first line, that's 7 times 1, 7 times 10, and 7 times 2. So the trick here is to, I mean, we're looking for 63, so if it's 4 times 10 will give us 40, which is probably going to give us the closest number to 60, because 9 times 10 will give us 90 and 70 times 10 will give us 70. So 4 would be the closest to 63 and times 10, and just work with the last 2 figures. Okay guys, so we're going to now go into our phone and go into the Sightseer app, and we're going to look through the camera feed. Now we generally don't need to look through the animal cages, the panther and the courtyard camera. The next one is going to give us our primary target, which is the basement. Now we need to scroll to the left. We can see in the case itself we have the tequila bottle, not the best spawn, it's worth 900,000, but it'll do. If we have barrier bonds, we'll hack the safe. Now the basement storage you can only access with 2 players, and there's 3 points. There's those 2 tables you saw that gold spawn, and there is a painting that will spawn there. Now in your office camera you could spawn 2 paintings. Now there's one there and there's one on the other side on this wooden. Now if you go to where storage, now guys, all the storage areas on the tables, you can only access it with 2 players. You need 2 key cards. So if you plan to do this high solo, I would just skip over these ones just to save some time. If you're going to do it with a friend, definitely scope it out and figure out the best way to actually go about the mission and the best loot to actually go for. But again, all the storage areas are only for 2 people. you can't access it as a solo player. You can only access whatever's in the office and the primary target. So I would skip over all of these storage areas and only do it if you're going to take a team with you. This heist is best done as a solo player or as two players. I wouldn't worry about the North Gate and any of the cameras after that. Okay, we're going to close our app and we're going to just hop back onto the map quickly, and we're going to make our way to the main dock. Now the main dock we're going to use as the exit point of the heist, and we're going to scope out any of the loot points around the main dock that we can take on our way out. Now there's 3 warehouses, and we're going to scope all 3 warehouses, but the last warehouse which we scope is or can only be done with 2 players. Now I'm just going to parachute across the map. It's much quicker, and you generally avoid all the guards by doing this and land right by the first warehouse in which we can scope. Okay guys, if we look on the map, we can see that there is a guard that's walking towards us. There he is in front of us. Now we need to be careful with this guard because he walks up and down this part, and if he's walking towards the loot spawn, which is in this little shed here, his cone of vision will actually go into the shed and you'll get caught. Now if you look into the shed, we'll see 2 tables, and we'll need to pull out our phone and take a photo and send it to Pavel to register these loot spawns on the map. Now you see we spawn cash and we spawn weed on both these tables. On our way out, we can decide if we have space in our loot bags to actually grab any of these loots before we actually head out and exit the heist. And once we've come out of warehouse 1, we're gonna go and scope out warehouse 2. Warehouse 2 is located right there on the map. There we go. And there is another guard who walks up and down that pathway and just in front of the gate, so we just need to watch out for him and give him some space. As soon as he's facing the other way in which he's doing now, wait, he's actually coming back towards us. Let's get out of his cone of vision there. Okay guys, and he's just turned around, so we're going to go towards warehouse 2, and we're just going to pull out our phone and see what we spawn in warehouse 2. Now in warehouse 2 you'll see that there are 2 tables in front of us and there's no loot on warehouse 2, so we actually don't have anything to send to Pavel. We're going to now make our way to warehouse 3. Now in warehouse 3 you can only access warehouse 3 with 2 men. So if you plan to do this heist solo, then just don't worry about warehouse 3 and just I'll show you how to fast forward to get back to the plane without actually making your way back. Now to get to warehouse 3, we're actually just going to jump back into the ocean just to avoid all of the guards and swim right across and around the buildings, and warehouse 3 is going to be in front of us. Now you need, on the main heist, you need 2 men to actually access this warehouse. Now let's look at warehouse 3. Let's pull out our camera. You'll see that there are 2 tables on either side of warehouse 3 and 1 table right in front of us. Now there is weed on this table, but we're doing this heist solo, so we won't actually access this warehouse when we do the main heist. On the main heist, if you've got 2 men, 1 player will need to keep their hand on that button to go and open the gate, and a second player will run in to get it, and there's a button to get out. Now this is a top tip. To save time and not track back, just get caught by one of the guards and you'll see that the guards will actually throw you back onto the airfield, and we can actually just jump back onto the plane and just basically jump back out of the heist and back to Los Santos. And that's the scoping done, guys. I really hope that the scoping video helps anyone who's trying to attempt the heist. I know it's a little longish video, sorry about that, guys. There's a lot to go through on the scoping side, but it's really easy once you've done it a few times. And if you guys have any tips which you may have while doing this heist, please put it down in the comments below and we can try them out as well. I would really like to thank everyone who has watched this video and who subscribed to my channel so far. Please be sure to hit like and consider subscribing. A like on a small channel like mine goes a really long way, and more videos on the Cayo Perico heist to come. Thank you guys, much love.